Hello, everyone. So I've realized that, a lot of us go to college and we kind of experiment with what kind of major we want to major in. And then, years down the road, you realize it's not the right major for you. So today, what we're going to look at is determining your personality and how it determines what kind of career choice you make. The first personality we're going to look at is the bold personality. These are the ones who are really unemotional. They kind of just want to get the job done. They don't want to build the social connections as much. They just want to get the job done. Also known as a psychopath. No, I'm just kidding. But no, we think of these kids as the ones who, sat in those group projects and they kind of were the ones who kind of took the reins of the job and just kind of wanted to start telling people what to do. Now, I tended to have trouble with those kind of people, and some people might call them bullies, but we're not looking at in that context. So what you'll notice about these kind of people, they are perfect for management. They're perfect for whether that's retail management, any kind of corporation jobs where they're in management, because you know what they do? They just tell people what they want them to do, and they're not the kind of people who get involved in emotions. Because if you're the kind of person who kind of can't tell someone bad news, then you're definitely not that, and you're definitely not fit for those kind of positions. And these people are also good in security and security and police officer jobs as well. The next type is known as the analytical type. These are the ones who kind of analyze everything, think they like to think everything through. Really big philosophers. You'll see them having to-do lists, and they like to plan every single detail of their day out. These are the analytical type. The analytical type I like to think of as that one person who's just kind of sitting there in that group and they're just kind of writing things down and planning it out. And they stay quiet. They stay quiet, and then all of a sudden, when everyone's done debating, they show up how to solve the problem. These are the analytical types. And now we're going to look at what kind of occupations are good for these kind of brain types. Now, these kind of personalities are perfectly fit for data entry, research and management, technical editing, finance, especially. Anything that has to do with numbers and accounting, finance, perfect careers for these kind of personality types. Now we move on to the expressive personality. Now, this is the kind of person who likes to talk about getting something done. They rally everyone up, get them all emotionally charged for getting this job done, but then they kind of like to take the back seat and let other people plan it out. But this person is really important because they're like the life of the party. They're really expressive. They're really have leadership qualities, but they kind of don't want to get too much involved in the thing. They enjoy more of pumping everyone up. So, as you would imagine, these kind of people are perfectly fit for careers that have to do where you get attention. And what are those kind of jobs? Those are in show business. So, stuff that has to do with talent, like musicians, actors, stuff like that. Now, this itself is pretty important because there's some people who like to do work, but they don't want all the attention. So, the expressive type are the ones who are likely to be the spokesmodels for brands and stuff, and just the public face of any kind of company's product. Now, the last kind we're going to look at is the amiable, what I like to call the amiable personality. This is more the easygoing personality, the kind of person who's just trying to fit in. Come on, we've all been there. The amiable types are not into making waves, they're just into relaxing. And like I said, they usually do what everyone else is doing. And they're likely to work in a company as an employee. So they like lower stress jobs and jobs where there's like a relaxing atmosphere. They're not being rushed all the time. And so what's the perfect occupations for this? There's massage therapist, career counselor, grocery store, cashiers, stuff like this. These are good opportunity, good kind of fit jobs for these kind of personalities. Now, in conclusion, those are most of the kind of personalities that I had studied. But now I don't want you to run home and tell your parents, "Oh, I've been told this kind of career works for me." It's like that's the problem with psychology. People tend to think that it's only black or white. Everything fits in neat little boxes. You might realize you have some characteristics from each one of these personalities, or some from maybe just two or three of these. So don't try to think, that you're you're just stuck in that one little bubble. Don't make that mistake. Of course, think it through. But I will tell you, all the old people tell us this, right? As kids, like all the old people tell us, do what you like to do. Don't chase after the money. And there's a little truth to that. And for some of you, if you ever worked a job that you just hated, you start realizing, holy crap, I need to go home and change my major and go into something that I really, really like to do. That's why a lot of people in our generation are opening up stores and all this stuff, owning their own businesses. So look into that. It's good to be independent.